Skip Clark here, and welcome to the HappEns podcast, hosted by yours truly, along with my friend Deb Lamphere, the president and founder of the official country music fan club, long-form, open dialogue podcast, digging into the stories of a wide variety of guests. Much of that include your favorite music artist, entertainment, and sports personalities.
I'm listening.
This podcast is heard on most podcast platforms. We're live on Facebook, and subscribe to Skip Happens on YouTube. Comments always welcome. Remember, Skip happens, and it does. But it's really cool tonight. First of all, welcome everybody on behalf of myself, Skip Clark, and Deb Lamphere from the official country music fan club. Our guest tonight, man, if you've been listening to country, you've definitely heard this guy. I can't talk as deep as he does, but I try. I really try. But he's got a new single out, and it's called How You Make Me Feel. But he started way back in the day. I remember he was first signed to RCA Records, and that's when you came out with the Love Song. And that was your first attempt at radio, which made it right up there, brother. You just climbed the chart like crazy. You're a dad. You put out a whole bunch of albums, and I want to say the earlier part of the 2000s, and I guess you did some Christian music as well. Yeah. And you had a Christmas album come out, if I'm not mistaken. Did you do some Christmas stuff? Ladies and gentlemen, there he is. It's Jeff Bates. I should shut up and let you talk.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
Nice to get Deb.
Oh, man. It's so good to talk to you. I know it's been a long time. We talked before we turned the mics on back in the day. We did some shows together here in the Northeast, and then we went out to dinner afterwards. And I was saying we went to a steakhouse, and it was snowing out, and we went and we were having dinner, but there was an accident right out on that main road in front of the steakhouse, and you went out to help those people. Right. And God bless you, my friend. That was just, if they had only known that was Jeff Bates that was lending a hand,
they'd have still been just as tore up.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. It's crazy stuff. How you been? Things good?
Things have been good. COVID came along and threw a big kink in everybody's plans, and so you kind of had to find new ways of doing anything. I like this. I write songs this way. So that means that I can wear my pajamas and a nice shirt and fix my hair, and we're cool,
You know, Jeff, you don't want me to stand up right now. That's all
I don't.
You know. Exactly. Whereabouts are you? Describe your surroundings.
I'm just about 30 miles south of Nashville in a little borough called Murfreesboro. My home studio.
Yep, know it well.
Yeah.
And
down here.
So you've been doing a lot of songwriting, spending a lot of time obviously alone. You're able to think a little bit, maybe a little bit deeper, a little bit more, and just because of the pandemic. So that's been a good thing, maybe.
It has been a good thing. It actually has helped my songwriting a lot. And then you kind of go off. You wonder if maybe I'm getting too close to the lit. Am I borderline where nobody's even understanding what I'm talking about? So you got to rein it back in a little bit. But I'm producing now. Also produce other acts. Young artist Stone, who's a big TikTok star, Thomas Mack, and of course producing my own stuff. Still songwriting, still touring. Believe it or not, we have to be careful how we do it.
Well, you just got to be careful, but there's no reason why you wouldn't be touring. I mean, don't say still touring, because you can. I mean, you're a talent. You've been a star. You are a star. You just, everything's been kind of low key for a little bit here, but
you help make that happen. Thanks for playing my music, brother.
Oh, absolutely.
I think your voice is deeper than mine, don't you, Deb?
No.
Oh, I don't know. He can get pretty deep.
Yeah. Nothing like Jeff. I'll tell you. I mean, Jeff's voice, if you hear it on the radio, you know it's Jeff Bates. You do. I mean, I'm trying to do it, but I don't know if I can do it. So
sounds too tore up not to be.
Oh man, I love it, brother. I love it. But so for those that don't know, Jeff, you've been around a while. We just talked about, you signed with RCA, many years ago, back about 2000 or so. But you had a rough beginning, and can you talk about your life a little bit, and then we can take it from there?
I learned I was adopted when I was about 7 or 8 years old. Had 8 brothers and sisters. They're all blonde haired and blue eyed, and I felt like I didn't fit in anymore, and desperately wanted to belong. I'd stand in front of the mirror and ask God to give me blonde hair and crazy stuff, and then as time went by and I got older, I still felt like I didn't belong. So I turned to alcohol, drugs, lots of wives, that kind of thing there. And became addicted to methamphetamine. So I moved to Nashville in October of 2000. In 2001, after using meth for about 2 years straight, I was arrested for grand theft. I was stealing to support my habit. I didn't have anything or anybody left. And met God in jail. He showed up, man. and, and I didn't ask him to get me out of jail. I just asked him to change me. I didn't want to be that person anymore. And I became willing to get honest with myself and do the work. And so here we are, 6 to 15 year sentence turned into 96 days. 1 year to the day almost of walking out of jail, I get a call from RCA Records, and things has been great. This coming March 14th, I will be clean and sober now 20 years.
God bless you, my friend.
Isn't that crazy?
Awesome.
Yeah, that is crazy. But, you know, young, foolish, don't know where to turn. I mean, it happens to so many people. And
it's so easy to get lost between your ears.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Absolutely. I was trying to think of a good way to say that, but you got it absolutely right, my friend. But so you signed with RCA, you put out the love song, which is a song that's just unbelievable. Talking about what the baseball, the glove, and
you still
all
remember
that.
That's great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember it very well, well, and I fell in love with the song. And
thank you.
You know, we're a big baseball family, and of course, my wife now and everything that we were big into that, and that song was like right at the right time. So it was a cool thing.
It was funny, man. That song come out, and of course, started going around the country, meeting a lot of radio guys. You know, I met you. Kind of hit it off with you pretty good.
We had a lot of fun.
I thought we got along great. Hadn't seen you in forever. But
you haven't invited me out, dude.
Well, as soon as we all get well.
There you go.
I got you.
Road trip.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But then along came Long Slow Kisses, you know, and I got accused of trying to sound like Conway Twitty, and now I'm heavily influenced by him, but not trying to sound like him. So, you know, you run from that kind of stuff. And here a few years back, 2014, I actually did a CD, recorded a new CD called Me and Conway. Got permission from his family and everything. And so I did 6 Conway songs and 6 of my songs, just so everybody could see that I really sound more like Vince Gill than Conway. Yeah, that's pretty
cool.
Song with Miss Loretta Lynn on that. And, and I learned, you know, I really like being in control of my music more. You know, every big deal has its advantage, and every smaller deal that you have more control to do what you want to do, though, has its advantages too. So I like both of them, but I'm having a good time making new music.
Oh, you gotta love it. And but you did some of the Christian music for a little bit as well. You've got the Jeff Bates' The Ministries.
Yeah.
Did you see that online? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know you knew about that.
Oh,
we go to churches. I go to prisons. Do you remember Kenny Beard?
Very well. Very well.
KB died a couple of years ago, you know?
Yes.
And I'll tell you a funny story.
Okay. We're listening.
Okay. So KB's dead. And we all had warped senses of humor anyway, right? So he and Trace Atkins are big buddies. I'm friends with Trace. We've all hung out, been on the road together, act crazy. So to KB's funeral and Kenny Beard's funeral, I wore my overalls because that's what he always wore, you know. I wanted to honor him. But he's laying over there in the casket, Skip. Lid open. And I get through telling my Kenny Beard story about how we wrote I Want to Make You Cry. I sit down and Trace is sitting there. He says, well, I ain't supposed to, but I reckon I'm going to say something. So he gets up and he walks up to the microphone and he just rams both hands down in his pockets. Standing there looking at the funeral home full of people. KB laying in the coffin. He says, well, he didn't want me to sing at his funeral. I don't know what was wrong with him, you know. He just hated my singing. Didn't want me to sing at his funeral at all. And he looks over at KB. He says, Huh. He's dead now. What's he gonna do about it?
So did he just start singing at that point?
Yeah. Yeah. It was great.
Oh my God.
And I thought, I wish KB could see this, you know. He would have said, his response would have been, "Oh, Trace." And then as soon as we got to the bus, he'd have been laughing like crazy about it. I miss him.
Now you're talking about Kenny Beard. Wasn't there? Did you steal or somebody a guitar you had or somehow and all that whole?
Yeah, that was
doing my homework. So.
Well, you did. I thought he's either read. He's done homework or he's got a way better memory than mine.
You'd be surprised.
He had actually loaned me a guitar,
right?
And I pawned it and bought drugs with the money. And I had to call him from jail and tell him where his guitar was. So he made me promise that when I got out of jail that I'd come by his house. And I'm thinking, this ain't gonna end well here. He's gonna be mad, you know. But he met me at the door and put the same guitar back in my hand. And he said, "Here, you can use this to write songs with until you get back on your feet. Come on in and let's write a song. I love you." And that's who he was.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. It's unbelievable.
Gave it that second chance, you know.
I don't know if you remember Carol. Do you remember Carol worked with us and we did a lot of the shows together, and she said she wanted to marry you. And so I told her you were going to be on our podcast, and she goes, "Oh, so she goes, I know she's probably watching. She's going to kill me for this too." So she came in, I think it was yesterday, came into the radio station and she put this picture down. You autographed it and say, "Carol, I will marry you, Jeff." Or will you marry me, or something like that. So she goes, "I just want you to see this." and I said, "Carol, I've got to play the new song for you." And I had it on my computer because your people sent it. Your team has put it out there, and I started to play it, and she went, "Oh my God!" It's something because you kind of the new one. You do your usual Jeff Bates in the beginning, the real low.
She liked it.
Oh my God, liked it. Oh my God, I had she's like, never mind. But oh my God, I just love him so much. So anyway,
love you too, Carol. I hope you're watching. When I sing it today, it'll be for you. It's funny. I always get that, like when we're doing shows, and some old girl out in the crowd say, "Well, I make a joke about marriage, And I always say I've been married 9 times, and you get everybody going, "Oh my God," And some girl always hollers, "I'll be number 10." Right in the middle of my joke.
You gotta love that.
I have to say, there ain't no money
left. They're always out there, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. But I always say I've been married 9 times, and I get to say, no, really it's just 5. If you say 9 first, 5 don't sound so bad,
Well, there you go.
Well, I was gonna say, now was it really 9 or maybe 7?
No,
I did not research that.
I don't go down that road, Jeff.
Just 5. Okay.
I don't go down that road because I'm not one to talk either. So I'm just saying. But leave that question to Deb, and she just asked it. So
nothing surprises me anymore these days. Let me tell you.
It shouldn't, because if it does, that means something worse coming.
Yeah, seriously.
I had an aunt that was married so many times. The last time she got married, she had to move to another state.
Oh my God!
To be legal. Yeah.
Oh my God. To be legal.
That's crazy. You got a daughter, right? Do you have a daughter? Is it?
I do. Brianna Nadine Bates.
Love it.
And how old? Years old.
I'm sorry?
10 years old.
Oh, God bless you, my friend.
Well,
a lot of fun.
Good age.
So much fun.
4 more years, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, she loves me right now.
Yeah.
She'll hate me and I'll be stupid in 4 years.
Yeah.
There you go.
Then, you want to give them away and take them back when they're 25. That was always been my thing.
Y'all both have children?
Oh yeah. I've got 3 daughters. I got 8 grandkids now. So
yeah,
dude.
I'm not as old as SkiP.
No, I'm the old man here. I'm just telling you. I got you beat by 10 years. I know that for a fact. So
right. Okay. You look
I do have
younger
4.
than I do.
Yeah, I still have hair, and I'm doing all right. And
That's
life's
great.
good for me. So I mean, I can't complain. Can't complain. But loving it. What's next for Jeff Bates? Now you've got the single coming out. Are we going to have a full album, or what do you have planned?
Yeah, we're gonna make a full album. I'm still working on more songs. You know, and I'm for the first time in quite a while. I'm singing a sexy song, so I'm gonna try to lose some of my face and working on that New Year's resolution. You know, producing, of course, producing Thomas Mack, producing myself, still writing, still touring. Keep doing it, man. Hopefully that I get to share the story of my life with somebody that it might help them not make my mistakes. I think retirement is a man-made thing. I don't think that's a God thing. Didn't Moses work right up to the day he died?
Right up to the day.
Yeah.
Everybody
keep
looks
doing it as long as I'm kicking, you know.
right. I was just going to say, everybody looks at that differently. And if you can keep doing it, you just keep doing it. Don't
Yeah.
stop. Don't stop. And, you know, I mean, you still got a long ways to go. I got a long ways to go. Let's just be
So fingers crossed, prayers prayed.
Yeah, absolutely. Deb keeps saying she's going to kill me,
Yeah.
but other than that, you know,
I enjoy working.
Yeah.
I still don't know what I'd do if I wasn't working.
Yeah, I would really seriously. I can only declutter, or you know, even if I had a beach, you can only sit on the beach for so long. Like I just enjoy doing things. I enjoy working. I get satisfaction out of working. So I don't know.
I do too, and especially being creative. You know, sometimes you have to calm the noise in my head to be creative. But when I get it out of the way, and I'm really in it, it's like days can pass before I look up and say, I need to eat or something. You know?
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Yeah.
How often do you get together and, well, you say probably do it over Zoom or this way, or do you co-write with anybody, or how often are you doing that right now? I know
I do that 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
You know, I write with Jace Hine, of course, Thomas Mack.
Yep.
So I got my own little stable of friends that we click really well, you know, and they sit down on a Zoom writing most of the time 2 to 3 hours later you're done with a song. And to me I like it this way. See, first of all, it saves gas. Again, you don't have to go get all fixed up and go somewhere. Which if I never had to leave home, I'd be happy as I could be, you know.
Oh yeah.
I got plenty to do here, and everything I love is here.
Now you're in a studio right there, right? You got your own studio house.
Yeah.
That's really cool, and you can kind of try different things out and do a little bit, see what something sounds like.
Yeah, I don't even need an engineer. I learned how to do it, and
that's cool.
Studied it hard for a few years, you know, working Pro Tools just like everybody else.
Oh, good job, brother. Good job. Pro Tools. It's hard to learn.
It is. I had to learn to read first.
Well, have you seen the book for the Pro Tools? I mean,
it keeps getting bigger every year. It's kind of like the Dictionary.
Yeah, but that's the seriously, that's the program that everybody used. Their digital recording software. It would be Pro Tools, and some use Adobe, so Audition. But on the one that's on the cloud, which is cool. I got them both. Absolutely love them. I love my Pro Tools. So and I do a lot of voice work and a lot of commercial work and stuff like that.
Sure.
So,
yeah. I got what is it? Apple Logic.
Oh, Logic's cool. Yep.
Yeah, I got that for Christmas a couple of years ago.
Oh, nice.
I like it pretty good, but I'm most familiar with Pro Tools.
Yeah. It's good that you know that. If you can do Pro Tools, you can pretty much do anything. I mean, and Pro Tools, it's so deep. I mean, there's so many different things you can do with that. And
it's crazy.
For a musician like yourself, or a radio guy like myself, a production guy, it's crazy. But
you know, but it's all in the digital realm. I mean, I started working with UAD stuff, the Apollo stuff. They have great digital converters, and so I had a rack of gear, that I was recording through, and I started using the Apollo plugins, and I said, I don't know why I've got this rack of stuff here. They're that good, It just blows my mind the things you can do inside the box now.
I love it, man. I can sit in my studio all day and just do do things. This is my home. This is my room. We call this the Pod Zone. Half of it's a podcast studio, and I've got all the state-of-the-art equipment. Plus, I have a full voiceover studio, and then I also get up and go to work every day.
Yeah.
So it's but when I come home, I'm right down here in my man cave, and I love it.
That's it.
Yeah,
my
cool.
studio is also my game room. I play PlayStation, and
Oh yeah, I love it.
Brianna and I spent, I think last Christmas, not this past one, but the one before that, just about the whole time off in here with our feet propped up on the desk playing Stardew Valley on PlayStation.
You gotta love it though. That's precious. Those are times that
wouldn't
enjoy.
take anything for it.
Yeah. Let me. So you got your guitar in hand. Would you like to play something with for us right now? What do you think, Deb?
Would love to hear something.
All right. I was going to do the. Am I doing the new song?
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
This is this should have been the sequel to Long Slow Kisses.
Okay.
After you it's after you apologize and stop talking.
Okay.
I love waking up to those loving me eyes. You take my breath in the early morning light. I live every day for every night. You make love to me and you make it so right. There's no way to describe how you make me feel inside. I love laying down with you warm next to me. You kiss my lips. Oh, Carol, you make me weak. You're all I want. You're all I need. Make me feel so good. Make it hard to speak. There's no way to describe how you make me feel inside. What you do to me is undeniable, undefinable, and indescribable. There's no way to describe how you make me feel inside.
Wow.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Woof. Damn. Damn it.
What'd you say?
I always love hearing the songs on here, just with the
I
guitar
know.
and the artists. They always sound so good.
Always so good. So good. You're so good. Just going back to you're just putting this out, and it's what? How many years? It's 20 years since you put out the love song, right? And but about that. So,
it's what?
oh my
It's
gosh.
17 actually. The love song came out in 2003.
Okay, there you go. I knew it was early 2000. But, yeah. So here we are in 2021. So hey, close enough. Close enough.
Yeah,
Man.
18 years. You're right. 18 years.
Well, it's pretty close. So that's it. But it just seems like yesterday, right?
It really does. Yes.
Yeah.
I miss being out there. I think we started out touring with Brooks and Dunn. So it was me and Brooks and Dunn, Brad Paisley, Rascal Flatts, and a guy named Aaron Lyons, if you remember Aaron.
Oh, Aaron. Yes, absolutely. Aaron was pretty awesome. Yeah, very well. Actually, we used to keep in touch. I don't know what, every once in a while we get a text or we text back and forth. He was from Canada. Yeah. And we would we went to, my wife and I, and see him in some shows. Everything okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, check the guitar. Something happened. But yeah, Aaron's a cool dude. So that's cool. Yeah, really.
Great guy,
Is there oh, go ahead.
I wanted to say that for those people that just listening to this song for the first time, it's actually up on iTunes right now for pre-save. And hope everybody would go out, check out How You Make Me Feel and pre-save it. And what pre-saving does, I'll just be straight up about it. It helps artists make the iTunes charts. So you get everybody to pre-save at the same time. And then the day that your song is released, everybody downloads it. And it's of no benefit to you whatsoever, but it really helps me a lot. So
absolutely.
Well, it's a time where, and I'm glad you said that, we were going to get to that about getting a hold of your music and what you can do. And of course, now you can pre-save it on iTunes. But right now, the artists like yourself, it doesn't matter if you're a new artist or a well-established artist, you've been pretty much without work for how many months now? I mean, you've been laying a lot of tracks down and doing what you need to do, but actually getting out there, making some dough so you can pay the bills, it's been pretty much non-existent. So
it's been very, very slow. That shut down March of last year. We're coming up on a year since that, since the things changed.
Well, hopefully things are going to start going in the other direction. I certainly hope so for everybody. It's
just starting to see signs of it.
Yeah, starting to, and the vaccine now, who knows? I hear it's out there, then I hear they're holding back on it. I hear I just want to get it done. So
yeah, let's do it, and I don't want to have to listen.
Did you watch the inauguration?
I did not.
No, it's crazy. Just thought
I didn't either. Did you watch it?
It was on in the radio station all day.
I haven't seen it. I was busy actually.
Yeah. Garth performed, and Lady Gaga did leaving the politics out of it, but from a singing standpoint, her singing the national anthem, which is probably the hard. I'm sure you've done it as well. It's the hardest song in the world to sing, the national anthem, and she knocked it out of the park. It was just unbelievable.
It is, and usually when you're singing it, you're in a situation that you normally wouldn't be in anyway.
Right.
I think. I remember singing it at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium,
Oh, wow.
And so you're standing on the big star right there on the 50-yard line, and there's not a whole lot of words to it, but you got to really, really focus so you forget it.
And you got 80,000 people staring at you.
Yeah, man. And it was so cool because I'm going to tell you, I sung it and then I walked right down the 50-yard line after I finished singing the anthem. And that place is packed. I mean, it's crazy. And the tuner shakes my hand. He says, "Good job, son." He said, "You can watch. We're going to let y'all watch kickoff right over here on the 20-yard line." And so we actually get to go stand on the field. You've done that before?
Yeah, I've been down. Yeah.
Well, then you know what I'm talking about when I say this. I had never done it, not for pro football. And dudette, when they kicked off and those guys hit one another, you could feel the shot wave for it over on the sidelines. I thought, my God, the power behind all those men, it gave me a whole new respect for them.
Yeah, exactly. You don't feel that unless you're right down there, like on the sidelines. And, watching it on television is one thing, but when you're actually there, and I've been on those sidelines, and then you're right, when they're hitting, it's like, wow,
Yeah.
oh, no, this is crazy. And,
Yeah.
I just got a comment from Joshua, says he still has his Jeff Bates signed CD from when he opened for Jeff Foxworthy at the old grandstands at the New York State Fair.
I remember that well.
Really? You got a
Yes,
good memory, dude.
that was a lot of fun. Got to
Yeah.
go back and hang with Jeff, and he's just as down to earth as you could want anybody to be.
That's
I'll
awesome.
tell you one better, and I did a show up there in the same area with Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And so here was the deal. We all go out and watch Larry's show after, I essentially opened for Larry. And watch the show. We come back to the bus, just standing there gabbing, me and the guys in the band. And all of a sudden we hear talking, and here comes Larry. And he's got this crowd of people following him. And he's just, hey, yeah, get her done. He acts like that. And, and I just cracked the door open. I said, if you need to come in, you can. And he jumped up in the bus and he shut the door and he said, thank you. And he looked around and saw all the guys on the bus and he says, well, how are you guys? And my guitar player is from South Carolina. He's country as a tick, right? Robert Arthur. The South Carolina state champion turkey caller. If that tells you how country he is. 2 years in a row.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
And so Larry's real name is Dan, and he stands there and he talks to us for a little while, and then he thanks us for letting him on the bus to get him away from the crowd. And when he walks out the door, my guitar player Robert says, I'm so ticked. He don't sound like that at all. What's wrong with him?
I have no clue, right?
Yeah. I said, he's from Nebraska, man. That's just an act, Robert.
A lot of crazy things being who you are.
Yeah.
I mean, just traveling and touring and being on the big stage. And you've been on that big stage with a lot of big artists and right up alongside of those guys. I mean, you're talking about Brooks and Dunn, you get Jeff Foxworthy, all different, whether it's a comedian, whether it's, somebody like B&D, Brooks and Dunn. So it's crazy stuff.
Yeah, me too. Stuff I never dreamed I would get to do,
Yeah, exactly.
Like when I remember telling you this, I made it big to my mama when I was on the Grand Ole Opry. That to hers. I don't care if you're driving a Pinto, you're on the Opry, you're somebody.
Yeah, I know it. Absolutely. When was the last time you stood on that stage? Have you been on the Opry stage? I know we've been in the pandemic, but maybe.
Yeah, I think it was last year, first of last year, the year before.
Cool. Excellent.
At least I held onto the microphone.
You probably didn't want to let go.
First time ever on that stage, I'm singing I Want to Make You Cry. It's a sexy song, right?
Right.
So we're cooking with grease, band's place that I brought my band, and I'm busting my moves and trying to look cool. And I went to swap hands with my microphone and missed it in the middle of the second verse. And I had to chase it across the stage. It was a wireless microphone.
Do you realize there was some sound guy that was probably swearing at you when you did that?
There was. I was so embarrassed. I mean, I didn't miss any words. They just didn't hear them all. But it was funny because I apologized to the sound guy and the stage hand, he always hands you the microphone. So the next time I'm on the Opry, I'm standing there waiting on him to call me, and he walks over, hands me the microphone and a roll of duct tape. He says, you might need this.
That's awesome. Jeff, you amaze me with your memory, because somebody as busy as you have been in all the years you've been doing this, that you can still remember, I mean, we spent time together when you did the shows here. You remember it, just all these great stories. And just to me, any artist, it just amazes me that the memory is just phenomenal.
See, and I always think, how did I forget that? How did I forget that? You know what I mean? I'm thinking, I wish I had a better memory. Like I forget, my tour manager say, you remember when we played here? And I'm like, You're smoking crack. I've never been here before.
Just wherever the tour bus ends up. Say, oh,
We're
we're
in so many places. I mean, I can't remember half the time where
Oh,
if
man.
we've traveled, what, hotel we were at, or what, maybe something we took in as a sightsee. And my husband will be like, oh yeah, we did this on April 4th at 8:00. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, how did they do that?
I don't remember that stuff.
I can't
I just
remember.
know I had fun.
I don't know, Jeff, you amaze me. You amaze me. And I'm so excited to have you on with us here tonight for a little bit. And just your memory and to hear your music and to get caught up. And I know there's there are a lot of people watching right now that just, they know you, they remember you from those big hits back in the early 2000s. And they're all excited about your new music that's coming out too. So,
well, I'm excited that it's coming out too. And I got to say this while they're all looking. Thank y'all so much for supporting me and my music and my ministry and everything. You've been the absolute best friends and fans that any artist could ever ask for. And I love you and I appreciate you. Keep it.
We all love you right back. You still have your guitar in hand there. Do you want another song before we say goodnight?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. You want
your choice.
My choice?
Your choice.
I'm gonna do this one. If Deb don't mind me doing this.
Oh, Deb doesn't.
Well, it's not a hit. It hadn't been a hit song, but I like to write songs about relationships, right?
Okay.
And so I got to noticing one day that I've written a lot of songs about women and for women, but I've never written one for guys.
Okay.
And so I thought I would write one that is very representative. Matter of fact, I called KB and I told him, I said, I got this song idea. And he asked me what it was. I told him, and he says, that's the stupidest idea for a song I ever heard in my life.
Which means you're going to do it.
I said, okay, well, I'll write it without you.
Let's see.
So I did. I think I wrote it with Brandon Kinney. But I want to do this for, well, I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, it's a relationship song for guys, but it's also for women too. And Deb, you're married. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay, I'm ready.
True story. She said, now, honey, give it to me straight. Don't you go holding nothing back. You won't hurt my feelings none. Does this dress make me look fat? I said I wouldn't go quite that far. Well, you can lose a pound or two and it'll fit just right. If honesty's the best policy, why am I crashing on the couch at night? Oh, I think I need a dictionary to help me understand what a woman really means when she says things to her man. No means no, but it might mean yes. Who really knows is anybody's guess. Oh, I really need a dictionary. Maybe I'd stand a chance. Just a night at dinner, she asked me, honey, don't you think our waitress is cute? I said I hadn't even noticed her. She said, now, Jeffrey, you can tell me the truth. I said, I guess she looks pretty dang good, but wait until you see her from behind. I'm starting to think she was setting a trap, 'cause now I'm trapped on the porch tonight. Oh, I think I need a dictionary to help me understand what a woman really means when she says things to her man. No means no, but it might mean yes. Who Who really knows that anybody's guess? Oh, I really need a chick tonight. Maybe I stand a chance. She says I need to be real. I should express the way I feel. But every time my mouth opens up, bedroom door slams shut. Oh, Skip needs a dictionary to help him understand what a woman really means when she says things to her man. No means no, but it might mean yes. Who really knows it? Anybody's guess. Man, Skip need a dictionary. Baby, we'd stand a chance. All us guys need dictionaries. Baby, we'd stand a chance.
I know.
It.
Exactly. Wow.
That's a great song to get the crowd going.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I totally see that before the show starts, or I can, envision it, and getting that crowd all riled up. I love it.
Oh, it does. There's always some guy sitting out there and he's looking at you like, and so I just stop and I say, "Excuse me, sir, what's your name?" And he'll tell me, and I say, pick back the song up and call his names like did you,
Yeah.
Skip these, and they winds up laughing about it. I think we can all relate to it.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt. When I talk to you, I want to talk deep. I'm still doing this. You realize that? I'm like going, yeah.
So get on the microphone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And hey, I got a question. Somebody said, "What's one thing you haven't been able to do that's on your bucket list?" Dun, 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 dun.
See my daughter graduate, see her get married, and live a happy life.
Oh,
now see, that's odd, ain't it? Because I sit here thinking, I really did everything that I ever wanted to do. A lot my dreams came true.
yeah.
So that's been my prayer. Lord, let me live to see my daughter graduate and the woman she's going to grow into be, and see her get married. I want to be able to have that last dance with her.
Oh, she's got a great dad, and that dance would be so special. Been there, done that, my friend. 3 daughters, married them all off, and that father-daughter dance is wow.
That and catch a 12-foot alligator.
Oh my gosh!
I love gator hunting. We go down in Pascagoula, Mississippi every August, September. I got friends down there.
All right.
We're out on the Little John boats at night with flashlights and a bow and arrow.
Oh, is that how you bow and arrow them?
Yeah. We shoot with a crossbow or a compound bow.
Wow.
And or you can use a big treble hook. I prefer the bow; they're easier to hit.
Wow, whatever got you into that?
Yeah, I don't know. I went with the me and my manager Tony Conway and the CEO of Waffle House. We all went down to Florida together in the Everglades and went gator hunting. And I shot at a 12-footer and missed. And so I was mad for about a week. But that thing led us on a chase for about 45 minutes and then just went underwater and disappeared. Mm-hmm. And so I loved it ever since. So the next time I got to go was Pascagoula. And it's pretty cool because you see those things, man, they put up a fight.
Yeah, well, I've watched, different shows, and I've seen it on here in the Northeast. We don't have gators, but I'm just saying it's crazy.
It is. I've seen them come up out of the water and just latch on to the side of an aluminum boat, almost bite through it, because they got like
I'm sorry,
you can hold their mouth shut like this. You really can. But coming down on a bite, that's 1,275 square pounds of pressure per square inch. 7,500 pounds of pressure per square inch.
Crazy.
And that down bite on alligator.
It'd bite right through an aluminum boat.
Oh yeah.
Wow, dude. All right.
It's
And
fine.
you skin them, or it tastes like chicken, right? I've had alligator.
Yeah, it tastes great. We take the tail and cut out parts of the meat from the inside. I kept a hide in my freezer for a long time. But
Do you hunt it all besides gator? Do you do anything? Do you go out for deer or anything like that?
I've got planning on going deer hunting. Excuse me. I've never really been deer hunting.
Okay.
Done a lot of turkey hunting.
Okay.
But I actually got a friend of, because I always, you know what? My heart hurts my heart to look out there and see a buck and think Bambi.
Mm-hmm.
My kid ruined me with Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, well, that's all right. That's all right.
But then I eat a deer steak or I'll eat some deer sausage, say, okay, I'm going to go get one.
Yeah.
I love the meat.
All different.
And turkey hunting. I like to turkey hunt.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I have a lot of friends that turkey hunt. We can do that.
Have you ever been turkey hunting?
No, I have not, but I have brother-in-laws that either they're always doing some sort of hunting, always, whether it's deer, turkey, whatever. I've got friends that do it. I do not, but
you should go once, and I'll tell you why. Because when you see that big old tom turkey come running out of the woods toward your decoy, which is a hen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you realize how masculine it is, and he's coming to take somebody's woman from him. That's what he's doing. He's coming to take somebody's chick. I don't mind popping him.
As long as you know it's a guy.
Yeah.
I like the way.
You ain't taking nothing, boy. Pow.
Exactly. Jeff, let's get back to you a little bit, and before we call it a night, with your history and everything you've been through from the very beginning, have you ever thought about writing a book?
Started it, haven't finished it yet, but it's called Reckless.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right, because
how I've lived my life and how God loves me. Reckless.
Exactly, and how God got you out of it to make you even a better person.
Yeah. Because God gave us what we deserve, there wouldn't any of us be here, Mm-hmm. So his love is pretty reckless, and my screw ups are way reckless. So I think that right there.
You're blessed.
It's a good idea you have there, Skip.
It's not. No, you've already started it, but I think that'd be pretty cool to do something like that, being a musician, and how you got to where you are today with your ministries, and how you just kind of got off on the wrong foot, but then God put you on the right foot, and now you're good to go.
Well, it's a little more complicated. It's a little more complicated. You're just good to go, but But I'll say this: it goes back to what I said about getting lost between our ears.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked to a lot of addicts and counsel addicts and that kind of thing. And they'll say, man, I know you have to struggle, because I do. And I think, you know what? I really don't struggle with wanting the drug. I never think about, I honestly never even consider it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What I have to be careful of is my thinking. Because I can go from zero to stupid in like 0.2 seconds.
We all can, though. I mean, we all do it.
And so you're building up this big narrative in your head, and you got to have people that you're accountable to. And so to say, okay, listen, your thinking's a little off here. Maybe calm down. Don't get too mad or don't get too afraid, So that sort of thing. But if I can manage this many years with God's help, I believe anybody can.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% guarantee, or agree with you. Guarantee. 100%.
Gotta want it, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You're right. You got to want it. Absolutely. Deb, do you have some questions there, or did you
some fun questions? Sure.
Yeah, did you grab any of those before we call it a night? We ask you a couple of questions, do you, Jeff?
Deb's on the job. Here comes the hard questions.
Oh yeah, this is her duty. She's got to come up with these questions.
Let's see. Let's see. I have them here. Hold on a second. I didn't review them yet.
While she's doing that, tell me about a day in the life of Jeff Bates. You get up in the morning. What's your day like?
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my coffee, because I've got, and I don't really start functioning until about the second one.
I'm with you.
And then I check, and that's when I read the news. That's when I don't watch TV. So I read my news, different sources, always checking it, see who's lying and who ain't. Then call management or look at my schedule, see what I got to do, get my shower and start my day. And whether that be writing or recording or, sometimes it can be something as simple as going out, cutting a little wood just to.
I was just going to say, is there any time that you just kind of break away from, put the guitar down, put the pen down, and kind of walk out of the studio a little bit, just to go to the store, or just kind of, you said cut some wood, just kind of get your mind off certain things?
Absolutely. Or I like working with my hands, doing stuff, repair, maybe fixing something around the house needs fixing, or I don't know, build something.
No, I know. Cool.
And my wife would say I probably need to clean up messes and that kind of thing. I'm messy.
Oh, you and I both, my friend. The hamper's right there, but my clothes end up next to it, and that pisses her off.
Yeah, and I don't care until it's time to move them. They don't bother me.
I don't like them. They're not bothering me. It's good. Are they in your way? No. Then what's the problem?
They just don't look good.
I'm the exact same.
Be careful. She might be watching this, so I'm just,
Yeah, my clothes, my hamper, my room. What's wrong?
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with it. Jeff, so if somebody wants to get a hold of your music, they can look you up on iTunes. I know you have a website.
Website is jeffbates.net. So let's see, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, that kind of stuff. That's all Jeff Bates Music. So
just Google Jeff Bates. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Deb, you ready?
I'm ready.
I am ready. I do have a quick question though before this. Before the pandemic, did you get out and get to do these things, or were you mostly on the run all the time?
So
like the pandemic seems to have ground people now. We all have realized there's things we don't really need to do all the time, and we can slow down and spend more time with the family. Right. So before this pandemic set in, were you more on the run, or were you more of a homebody?
Way more on the run, but when I got home, I didn't want to leave. You know what I mean?
That sounds like us.
Because when I get home, I'm going to get comfortable. I'm going to put on my house shoes, a pair of jogging pants or shorts, flip flops,
for the night,
depending on the season.
Exactly.
And I'm going to sock a ball cap on my head and rag out, and I might not see you for 4 or 5 days.
That's definitely being comfortable.
And then somebody says, "Hey, you got this video interview. You better go shave.
You need to go take a shower. You need to put something on top.
Clean up a little bit." So, just before she asks you the question, just when we say goodbye tonight in just a few minutes, just hang on, okay? Don't click out. Just so you know, I want to ask you something off the air. But okay, Deb, what do you got?
You're in trouble. No, just kidding. So what would be a cool thing you'd want to try just once?
A cool thing I'd want to try just once. I would like to go to the Arctic. Just
really?
Once. How cool is that?
That would be very cool.
I really would.
I was just watching a video of somebody that took a cruise up there. It was a smaller ship, but they were in the Arctic. And
trade.
I don't know. It's pretty cool. I get you.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I've gone to Alaska fishing before, king fishing before, king salmon fishing.
Right.
But it was summertime there, so I never got to see the full impact of being that far north. And then a few years ago, I was touring with Mark Wills and Trent Willman, and we went to Japan. And we went that direction, so we flew up north, and it was just so starkly white and beautiful, and I thought it'd be so cool just to step out there and if just for a little bit and smell the air and feel it.
Nature absolutely amazes me.
I love it.
I could just stare, like the view you saw, like I could just stare at it for hours and just be in awe. So I'm with you there. So I can't imagine you would have any, but what would be your biggest pet peeve? Because you seem like you're kind of a very laid back, relaxed person, but
nosiness.
Oh, that's a good one.
And I'm not talking about somebody asking questions. I'm talking about people just sticking their nose up in your business like they're living your life. You know, I think if we could all not do that, we'd probably get along better.
Would help.
Yeah.
I'll have to tell some people I know about that now.
Well, you know,
it would really be helpful.
when you do that, you're making a lot of assumptions. I think.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's true.
How far off the ledge did you have to fall to come up with that?
She's got her sheet there. She writes all this stuff down. So she's got all those questions.
Yeah, she got a great question. Come on.
All right.
One more?
I'll give you one more. So, especially being an artist, I'd really love to hear your thoughts on this. What is the best song to dance to? And I'm not really specific on slow or fast. So maybe you want to pick one of each. What would be your favorite slow dance song? And then your favorite rockin' out song?
Oh my God, I don't even dance. Because I've always been singing.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So as an artist, that's a kind of a little reverse.
Remember this? Slow dancing, swaying to the music. That's a good slow dance song.
There you go.
And I know that because I went to Denise Cooper's house party when I was 15 years old, and I got to get semi close to her and enough to smell her perfume and my God.
Don't you love those first those memories of those?
It was my first experience being close. You know, before that, girls had always thrown rocks at me. So, that old boy.
Jeff Bates, everybody. Jeff, you've been awesome, and thank you again for taking the time to hang with Deb and I and Skip Happens, along with the official country music fan club.
You're that title too. Skip Happens.
Thank you. I did
straight with Jeff.
I love it. I did a little contest when we first started the podcast, and I think it was even before Deb came on board. I said, I need to think of a name if I want to do this podcast. And I said, I'll give somebody a $25. Around here, we have Dunkin' Donuts. So I said, I'll give you a $25 Dunkin' card if I pick that name so somebody guessed Skip Happens. I said, I like it. So, and I've hung on to it. And I just think it's, it kind of fits.
It does. It fits you and it fits your personality.
Skip Happens.
That's right.
if only you knew, right, Deb? Deb is the type of person. She knows when Skip happens to me because it's usually Deb. I need to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
And even though she's got a husband, I got a beautiful wife, and we have separate lives, but we do this together. And she's like one of my best friends.
Yeah.
And I can just call and talk to somebody from the opposite sex and get a total outside opinion about something. You know what I mean?
Hey, am I wrong? Yeah. Okay.
No, exactly right, Jeff.
Yeah. You only said that because you're a girl.
No, she kind of calms me down sometimes.
Yeah. I get it more than you believe.
No. Yeah, you're a guy. You know where I'm coming from.
I do, totally. Yes, I do.
All right, Jeff Bates, you've been great, my friend, and we really look forward to seeing you hopefully sooner rather than later, and hopefully we can make a trip to Nashville. I know Deb goes quite a bit. She's got a son that lives there, and she's got a business in Nashville. So, we don't have CRS this year, so in that sense, anyways, of traveling, we're having it virtual. But so I guess that's out for February. I'm going to miss that. But anyways, I just love to see you sometime and get out on the show and. Maybe, this opens up and get you up here to do a show in the Northeast.
I would like nothing better.
Bring Jeff Bates back to Syracuse.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, exactly.
Sign the petition.
All right, go to jeffbates.net. That's it, right? Yep, jeffbates.net. And also Google Jeff Bates. You'll get all his socials. You'll find out where new music, How You Make Me Feel, being the brand new single. Yeah. Definitely pre-save it. Do it now because it helps out these artists like Jeff and everything during the time, and just until you can actually get it into your hands. So that's good.
And Deb, the lovely Deb, it is so nice to meet you. Thank you for your questions. I just sat here and said, she asked me this question. She says, what's your biggest pet peeve? And I said, being nosy. And then I thought, I hope she didn't think I was talking about her questions.
No, not at all.
She'll go to me after. You
Not
think?
take offense to anything, let me tell you.
We'll say something afterwards. Don't worry.
All right. All right.
Do you think Jeff was like talking about me?
See, I knew it. I knew it.
Now,
No,
see,
Jeff,
here's the thing. So I'm from Long Island. So if I have a beef, I'll just come right out and ask you.
oh, she
But
does.
I got that little bluntness sometimes. Little
I asked
sad.
her something before we went on tonight. I asked Deb a question. She immediately snapped and went, "Don't even start with me. Don't even start with me."
Even go there.
All right. So anyways, all right, Jeff Bates, you're awesome. Jeff Bates, everybody joining us here.
How are you? Thank you so much. That was great. It's fun.
And I want to make sure everybody looks you up online. If, of course, this would be, we're live now, but it's up on YouTube. You can watch it as many times as you want. If you can like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff, be greatly appreciated. And Jeff, you're awesome. God bless you, my friend.
God bless you, brother.
Just keep doing what you're doing. And we look forward to playing your music. And we look forward to hopefully seeing you soon.
You too, man. God bless you.
God bless you. Hang on. It's Jeff Bates, everybody.